Well, it is fall crock pot season, and last weekend we were talking about just a simple recipe using our crock pots. That's on WTHR.com. Sherry Lowe, Queen of Free, is showing us how to clean a crock pot. It might seem like self-explanatory, but sometimes that just good old elbow grease and soap water doesn't really do the trick.
Yeah, well, and if you're like me, sometimes after you fix a crock pot meal, it sits in the crock pot, or you move the crock pot to the sink and it sits there for a while and it just becomes more difficult to clean.
Oh yeah.
So let's talk about some strategies. To begin with, you can opt to use a few things inside of your crock pot before you cook. One is a non-stick cooking spray that you could use, or butter, any kind of non-stick sort of solution before you begin cooking. Especially, like, I've links out on Queen of Free to a French toast casserole. You definitely want to grease the inside of that if you're going to make something like that. It's super sticky. You can also get slow cooker liners. These are from Aldi. I got them a couple of seasons ago and I've just kept them in the cabinet.
Aldi
Super
gal.
easy, yeah, always. You can pull those right out of there and toss the mess when you're finished, which is helpful too if you want to. But if you are, you know, a little uncertain or about using plastic inside and that's not your thing, and you've left it in there and you've got a lot of hardened on kind of gunk inside, you can actually use your crock pot to clean itself by sprinkling some baking soda inside and adding some white vinegar, and then turning that crock pot on to low and letting it add some water as well to the mixture. And you could add Dawn dish soap too if you wanted to, if that's something you use. Turn it on low and let it heat, and then you can actually just scrub it down because it kind of begins to flake off the sides.
That's really good advice. When in doubt, right? Baking soda and vinegar.
Always. My favorite.
So, as you know, we're all thinking about crock pot season. What time of year should we be buying a crock pot? Because I know that the price fluctuates.
Yeah, it definitely does, and I would say if your crock pot is about ready to give it up, let it hang on and let's wait till Black Friday, because we will see the prices dive on Black Friday. It's not that far away. If you can only make it to the beginning of November, those prices will also begin to reduce as people begin preparing for Thanksgiving. But Black Friday is your best bet. I do have some links out on queenoffree.net for some crock pots that you might check out online too if you really are in a pinch and you need one now.
All right, Sherry Lowe, the Queen of Free. Nice to see you in person.
It's good to be back.
And we'll be right back.